Today is the 30th anniversary of a Goofy movie on April 7th. Honestly, it's one of my favorite Disney movies ever, and I would always want a Powerline concert every time I'm watching this. I still want it till this day. And Disney released a documentary called Not Just a Goof, which basically is how a Goofy movie really got made. The ups and downs, the voice of Goofy. I highly recommend watching this, not sponsored. With this being a 2D movie and it was made in the 90s. This movie was released the year of Toy Story, so maybe it got a little underrated because Toy Story is a great film. When looking back at the 30 years this movie has been out for, I realized that not many people have liked it in the past, and now it's starting to get the hype again. With Disney releasing their new stuff added to the parks, like back to the 90s night where they released like 90 films and Powerline was there, and now releasing Funko Pops based on a Goofy movie. Where was this when the movie came out, or at least a decade later when stuff started to popularize? I tried to get one of the Powerline Funko Pops. It's sold out everywhere. At least I managed to grab a couple, but dang, not even the main man, Powerline. If you don't know, Powerline is basically a big star in this Goofy movie universe. He's like the Michael Jackson of this universe. The animation of this movie is pretty good, especially when the time is the 90s. Let's move on to the whole storyline portion of this. Is basically Max is like, you know, Goofy's son, and he's about to go on the summer vacation thinking that he's right about everything. He just doesn't want to turn out like his dad Goofy. He's a little bit rebellious, doing all these type of activities that could eventually get him expelled, and now Goofy hears about all this mess, thinking that his son could be in the electric chair. But to be fair though, on a side note, I think Max did pull a good like little halftime assembly show, because he's doing all this just to impress his girl Roxanne. But then every time he tries to talk to her, he's scared, and then eventually my man yucks in front of Roxanne. The one thing he did not want to do, the one thing that could have messed up his dreams of being with his dream girl. That's why he decided to do the whole Powerline performance, which just made him feel like all unstoppable. I mean, this scene always confused me because I thought that Mickey Mouse was the best friend of Goofy, but apparently I was wrong. But the whole point of this is just for this plot right here. Little context, this dude literally got Roxanne after the whole expel thing, and now he has to go on a summer trip with his dad. Somehow, some way, I'm just too invested in the plot every single time. This is not no Christopher Nolan Interstellar. This is not no Oppenheimer. It's literally a Goofy movie. Don't get me wrong, those two movies are absolutely phenomenal, but then when you compare that, like CGI, that's so much good stuff compared to an animated 2D Goofy movie that still holds up to the value till this day. Hey Disney, you did the good job with this one. It really goes through like the stages of being a parent. Goofy's just trying to connect with his son through many things, going through stuff when he was a child. They each bump heads a little bit along the road. They actually connect somehow through the can of dad scene. If you know, you know. But I just think overall, like, this Goofy movie, like, somehow it just connects with you in many ways. You can relate to Goofy being a parent. You can relate to Max being the teenage son that just doesn't really care about anybody else's feelings. I mean, luckily we're talking about the stages of a Goofy movie and how really good this movie is, because they did make a sequel, but we don't talk about that one. I just had to mention it just in case people talk about the sequel. And if you never watched a Goofy movie, this is actually a musical, because you got multiple songs that are absolutely hits by Disney. Eye to Eye, Stand Out, After Today, Nobody Else But You. I mean, my personal favorite is Stand Out. You just listen to the song and you'll see. Disney, please come to LA so I can live my standout dream. When looking at a Goofy movie, you didn't think it would be a musical, but that actually musical leads to a lot of problems and solutions within the movie, and also helps with the storyline to make it better. Meanwhile, this movie is only an hour and 16 minutes. Not typically your usual animated movies that go on for an hour 30 to 2 hours, but in that hour and 16 minutes, they really put in every scene to work. I mean, you could say there's filler scenes, but those filler scenes are still funny in their own way. With stuff happening to Max and Goofy, just thinking of all the stuff that could possibly go wrong and could go right at the same time, because Goofy really didn't get highlighted as a character. Yes, you had the Mickey Mouse gang and everybody, but Mickey had his own show. You had Donald Duck with DuckTales. Minnie was also a part of Mickey's life, and Goofy was just a forgotten character that not many people cared for until they brought out this movie. Yes, they still had Goof Troop, but not many people cared for Goof Troop as well as the other shows. So this is Goofy's first full-length feature film. Disney was actually looking into make Goof Troop the movie, but then after DuckTales the movie, it kind of failed at the box office, so they just decided to scrap that idea. And then when they got the idea of the whole Goofy movie premise, they wanted to drop Goofy's yuck voice, like the cartoon, and just him speaking like a regular dad, which I don't think that fits the Goofy character. I mean, imagine just him talking like a businessman. Hey Max, we're gonna go on a trip. You're gonna come? Yes or no? Oh, you are? Okay, we're coming. That's not even Goofy anymore. That's just serious. So I'm glad they decided to not make those changes, because if they did, I don't think it would be such a hit as it were today. Or in general, a lot of fans would probably even forget about this movie being a lost film, just like the second one. Like I said, we do not talk about it. I mean, when looking throughout the years, within 30 years, 3 decades of how much a Goofy movie impacted Disney, I think it's finally time to say that Disney is announcing a Goofy movie in real life live action version. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. No one's having a live action Goofy movie. Imagine how that would be. It would just be a bunch of dogs talking. Disclaimer, that is not happening. Please let it not happen. But some fans did actually do a live action Goofy movie where they performed the Powerline concert and Standout, which they absolutely did amazing on that. I'll link it in the bio if you want to check it out. I mean, this proves to show how much of an impact that Disney and Goofy actually made with Goofy and Max, because we haven't seen Max in a while. I don't know where he's at right now. This could actually lead to like more opportunities with the whole Disney Goofy movie, making a trilogy, to be honest. I know, thinking of like more sequels, but think about it. Max and Goofy always had their rough upbringing in the relationship. It's a love-hate relationship sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's still Goofy and Max loving each other, that father-son duo we love. I miss a good 2D movie, and I don't know about you, but I think making like a short film about these two, just going on a little adventure, I don't know, just something to re-embrace a Goofy movie feeling. There's so many ways that Disney could go off of it since it's like a 2D movie. The only reason I'm saying this is because I do miss Max. I miss Max because he's such a good character, funny. He's just relatable sometimes, and I think a lot of teenagers can just relate to him in so many ways. The last thing I just want to mention is the Powerline concert at the end of the movie. Because yes, at the end of the movie, they do end up in LA to perform with Powerline, trying to sneak in. I don't know how they got past security with those instruments, but that's not the point right now. The point is how good that final number is. Something about the beat, something about the melody, because yes, Powerline is a mix of, yes, Michael Jackson, I said before, but he's also a mix of Prince. You could hear it. I know you could hear it. You could hear a little bit of both. I remember listening to that for the first time, and I just automatically added that to the like songs. That's how good it is. You could also tell that Goofy's a good father too, trying to do the best for his son, whatever the cost is, whatever it takes. It really just shows that Goofy is just that guy. He's one of the greatest dads of all time. 76 minutes proved that he's one of the greats. Literally dancing with one of the greatest animated artists of all time, Powerline. It literally looks like Mickey Mouse is a fan of Powerline too, because you can see him in a frame. I don't know why, it's just a good Easter egg that I found, and I just think that overall, Goofy movie's a 10 out of 10. I'm just saying, if you want, I encourage you to please watch a Goofy movie on the 30th anniversary, just to have a good Monday to end off the day. But you like, have you seen a Goofy movie? Do you enjoy the Goofy movie? How many times have I said a Goofy movie? Because I don't even know at this point. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, helps out the channel a lot. Hitting 5K very soon, gotta do something for that. Big stuff coming in the near future, guarantee it. I hope you all will be excited for it. Make sure to follow me on X, Twitter, however you want to say it, @Guy Blockbuster. Go to post more on there. And to wrap things up, hopefully you take care and have a good one.